Hello everybody, it's Anubhuti Mishra here, and today you are going to know about block mountings. In the previous video we have already studied that is fold mountings, and in today's video we are going to study about the block mounting. What is a block mounting? Block mounting. Today we will study about the block mounting. What is a block mounting? Block mounting are formed when two plates pushing against each other cause pressure to build. That is, if a plane land pushes against each other, forces against each other, then what will happen? The land will look like this. This one is the block mounting. A block area will form between the plane area, that is the block mounting. The inner part is known as, the inner part between the block mounting is known as rift valley. Rift valley. And the upper part of the block mountain is known as horst. The upper part of the block mountain is known as horst, and the inner part is known as rift valley. If sometime what happened? The pressure was between each other, then this side the pressure is just like this, then what will form? The middle part of that area will push up, and this type of upper part is known as, scrap, or this type is known as scrap. The upper part just like this is known as scrap. Next, what is the example of the block mounting? This type of block mounting is basically found in Vosges, that is located in France, and it is an example of the block mounting, and down through air the block covered with the river that is known as Rhine. Next, we are going to know about volcanic mountain. What is volcanic mountain? I am going to rub this. The upper part of the block mountain is known as horst, and the valley area which is formed in it is known as rift valley. Next, we are going to know about volcanic mountain. What is a volcanic mountain? The cone-shaped mountain that is formed by volcanoes are called volcanic mountain. The cone-shaped mountain is formed by the pressure of the magma, of the lava, and gases which is inside into the earth. Gases and lava makes the pressure and form this type of landform, and this type of landform is known as volcanic mountain. Volcanic mountain. This type of volcanic mountain is formed by the inner pressure of the gases and also of the lava. Next, when the upper part of this type of mountain is known as, the open mouth of this type of mountain is known as the bowl shape, that is known as crater. The upper part of this type of mountain is known as crater, and it is formed by the pressure of the inner surface of the inner magma that come outside from this type of mountains, pressurize the upper crust, and form this type of mountain, the gases and the magma, and it becomes out just like this. And this type of magma, when it cools down on the earth's surface, it forms the land form, or it forms the land. Next, the upper part of this type of volcanic mountain is known as crater, and where these type of mountains are found, these type of mountains are mostly found on the land, not only on land but also into the undersea, under the ocean also. So what is the example of this volcanic mountain? Mount Fuji, that is located in Japan, is the example of the volcanic mountain. It is not the active mountain, it is not the totally deactive mountain, it is neutral mountain which could be active after some years. That is the feature of that mountain. It is located in Japan, and Mauna Kea, that is located in Hawaii. It is the largest, highest mountain into the world, highest volcanic mountain into the world. From the bottom of the sea floor to the peak, to its peak, it is the highest mountain into all over the world. Next one, what is the significance of the mountain? What is the significance of the mountain? How it is beneficial for us? Next, and how it is beneficial for the earth. Mountain forms an ecosystem where they occur, while mountain provide for the people living on them. People from the other ecosystem are dependent on them too. From the other ecosystem, just like into the plain area, such as into the plateaus area, these are also dependent on them too. You must be wondering how it is. Let's read about it. In India, the Himalayas mountain act as a barrier between the Central Asia and India. Let me show you how. The Himalayas, that is located in the upper part of the India, act as a barrier. The Himalayas, that is located into the upper part from north to the east, is act as a barrier between the winds the cold winds that flow from the Central Asia. It not allow them to cover the southern part of the Asia. It not allow them to go over into the southern part of the Asia, into our India. It protect us, it act as a barrier from that of the cold winds that come from the Central Asia. And it also acts as a barrier between the monsoon winds that come from the southern part of the India, and it not allow the monsoon wind to cross over it, and the monsoon this type of monsoon winds is beneficial for our area, and this type of monsoons do the rainfall over here, and the Himalayas mountain act as a barrier between both of the airs from the Central Asia, cool winds from the Central Asia, and monsoon winds from the southern India. Next one, therefore it makes the temperature into this area, we can say that the temperature here is totally temperate. Okay, not so much high, not so much low, it is totally temperate. Means temperate temperature is over there, for it is beneficial for the vegetation also and beneficial for the people also. The forest in the mountain provide timber and wood produced for daily use. Next, mountain are also a source of mineral. Mountain is also a source of minerals. How? You can see many mines are over there which can produce, take out the iron ores and the whatever the minerals found over there. And next one is how it is beneficial. Mountain, most of the rivers such as Ganga, Brahmaputra, Indus rivers, these type of river originate from the glaciers which is located into the Himalayas. which is located into the Himalayas, and Ganga is the example of that. Ganga originates from the Gangotri glacier, which is located into the Uttarakhand. And the glacier, what is glacier? Glacier is a solid form of water, solid form of ice, and it is in the form of mountain, and when it melts, then the whole year, we can say that the whole year the water from there, from that glacier flow into the plain area, and Ganga is the main example of that. Okay, the glaciers are mostly found into this type of mountains. Next one. So they provide water around the year. Many of these rivers provide water for the hydroelectric power generation. For the hydroelectric power generation, we can say that the irrigation is the hydroelectric power generation. We can say that these type of water, these type of streams, these type of rivers help in generating the electricity by which all the areas in India could get the electricity, could use the electricity. So the hydroelectric power generation is on these type of rivers. Next one is irrigation on agricultural field. These type of rivers help in irrigating the agriculture fields. Mountains are the center of biodiversity, where various kinds of plants and animals are found living together. Into the lesser Himalayas, into the outer Himalayas, we can say that many types of medicinal plants and many types of animals are found over here. Next one is mountains have beautiful spots that attract the tourists and thus provide employment for the people and help in livelihood. Mountain, into the summer season, we can say that mostly people want to visit, mostly people go into the mountain area and visit over there, and it provides so much employment to the people of that area and help in making their livelihood. Next one is, what are plateaus? We are going to study about the plateaus. The vast area of flat elevated land that is generally bounded by steep slopes is known as plateau. Since plateaus are flat and without any relief, we can say that they are also known as tableland. How it is known as tableland? Let me show you. These type of lands is above from the plain area. This one is plain area and this one is plateau. Plateau are mainly above from the plain area and it is totally flat just like a plain. It is totally flat just like a plain, therefore it is known as tableland. Therefore, it is known as tableland. Why it is known as tableland? Just like a table, as we see in our home that there is a table over there, and we can say that it is above from the land. It is above from the land but flat from the upper surface. The upper surface of it is flat but it is above from the plain area, from the land. Therefore, we can say that it is a tableland. Just like the table, it is a tableland. Just like it acts as a table. Okay. Therefore, we can say that it is a tableland. Next one, it is nearly about 45% of the land area is covered by the plateau. Nearly about 45% of the land area is covered by the plateaus. 45% of land area is covered by the plateau, and it is also into the types, just like the mountain Mountain are of three types, that is fold mountain, block mountain, volcanic mountain. In the same way, there is also type of the plateaus. What is the type of plateau? Let me know about it. First is intermontane plateau. First one is intermontane plateau. Intermontane plateau. Okay. High plateau surrounded by the mountain is called intermontane plateau. Means high plateau, the plateau area which is surrounded by the mountain, is known as intermontane. It is known as intermontane plateau. Okay, the area which is above from the land but surrounded by the mountain is known as intermontane plateau. Okay, it is in the example of it, we can see into the plateau area into the Tibet. The plateau area of Tibet is the highest intermontane plateau in the world with a height of 4,000 to 6,000 meter. With a height of 4,000 to 6,000 meter, we can say that the intermontane plateau that is found into the Tibet area is the highest into the world. Next, some other example of these plateau of such as the plateau of Bolivia, the East African plateau and plateau in Kenya and Tanzania and Uganda are the example of this type of plateau which is found over there. Next, lava plateau. We are going to study about lava plateau. What is lava plateau? Second one is lava plateau. What is lava plateau? These type of plateaus are basically formed by the lava, by the magma. When the magma cooled down, these type of plateaus are formed, such as the lava that flow from the vent of the volcano causes the formation of the lava plateau. Okay, the lava that flow from the vent of the means from the earth, when the lava from the down part of the earth, when the lava flows and get cooled over down, then these type of plateaus are formed. These type of plateaus are formed. The example is the Deccan Plateau in India was formed in similar manner. In the same manner, we can say that the Deccan Plateau into the southern India is formed into the same manner. So, and the Columbia Plateau covers about 500,000 square kilometer of the Earth's surface. The Columbia Plateau which covers about 500,000 square kilometer of the Earth. Next one is crustal plateau. What is crustal plateau? Next one is crustal plateau. Crustal plateau. We have studied about the intermontane plateau, we have studied about the lava plateau. Now we are going to study about the crustal plateau. What is crustal plateau? They are formed when the magma below the lithosphere pushes the crust on the top but unable to break through. Means it pushes when the lava and the gases into the earth. pushes the upper surface, pushes the crust area upwards, but it is unable to break out, to break it through, then this type of plateaus are formed. Means they pressurize to come out, but they are unable to break it through. Means they pressurize to come out, but they are unable to break it. Then these type of plateaus are formed. From the crust area, the plain area, the gases and the magma, which pressurize the plain area and wants to come out, but it is unable to do so. It is unable to break out break out the earth. Then what happened? These type of plateaus are formed. This is known as crustal plateau. So why are plateau important? Into the next video, we will study about why the plateaus are important for us. In today's video, we have studied about the volcanic mountain, about the block mountain, what are the significance of mountain, how the mountains help us. Next, why the mountains are necessary for the earth. Next, we have studied about the plateaus, what is plateau and what are the type of plateaus, what is intermontane plateau, what is lava plateau and what is crustal plateau. In the next video, we will get to know about why our plateaus are so much important, why it is important for us. So thank you everybody and take care of yourself.